Yo, what up, world? It's your man Slim Joe Longfoot, aka the GOAT King of America. Hey, I be trying to tell y'all, man, it be impromptu. You never know when your boy might go live again. Sometimes they are playing, sometimes they are not. In the building, we got my bro Johnny Quest Gaming, who is the other half of the Nerd Strip Club. Yo, we will be coming out with a new episode of the Nerd Strip Club very soon, so please stay tuned on that. Meantime, between times, you know what I'm saying, get ready to shake your tail feathers in for some art tonight. We got live art with the man, the myth, the legend, Johnny Quest Gaming in the building, who is one half of the Nerd Strip Club and co-founder of UGI Studios. Johnny Quest Gaming, what it do, man?
Yo, what up, man? How everybody doing tonight? Just came in, working on my book, Savage Space Toast, as y'all probably already heard from Slim Jim Longfoot. It's a graphic novel I've been working on for the last few years, in between other projects. So we are working on another page here. This is the introduction to Mr. Wisp, which is a interdimensional being that exists in and out of time. There's only one character in our universes that um, would have that same type of reference. Nuriance knows her quite well. Her name is Vertigo, and this particular being, kind of like that character, he is kind of like a narrator of everything, and he can talk to the hero. So basically, here he's brought our main character, Outlaw Moon, into that pocket dimension where Outlaw can start learning his powers of being a L or elemental. And you'll see. But I thought he was a southern gentleman, with a lot of swag to him. Real powerful. He decided to keep this as his form. I don't think he even has a form, to be honest. But right now, we're going to color the page and put together here and bring Mr. Wisp to life. So sit back. Hopefully, we have some tunes going. If you got any questions, of course. Slim Jim is going to be the narrator. Thank him for being such a gracious host and having me on y'all's show today. And I look forward to creating some great art for you tonight.
Most definitely. Shy Sarai in the building. Shy Sarai on Rye. Fellow content creator, awesome Shy Sarai, who is also our teammate, you know what I'm saying, on runs of Dragon Roger. She just started playing Dragon Roger a week ago and is already, what last I saw level you was on 120, Shy?
Oh yeah,
She,
she doing her thing. She leveled up. She at level 120 with y'all, and I'm shocked because I just came back and I was taking to get that low first. You said she got in what, like 2 days?
like she just started playing last weekend, y'all basically hit 100 about the same time.
Wow, wow! Congratulations, congratulations.
So yeah, most definitely. Shy Sarai, what's going on? She of course has a copy of Jelly Bean Dream issue number one, which of course came out a couple of years ago. Wow, it's crazy. It'd be a couple of summers ago now, 2023, when issue one of Jelly Bean Dream came out, which is she was the person who asked that question the other day when I did my Q&A. She was like, yo, when can we expect to see some more Jelly Bean? Hey, he's coming, he's coming. As soon as I get done with this Cherry Shinobi, I'm jumping right back on Jelly Bean Dream because I've been ready. Trust me, I've been ready to jump back on that thing. So I just said that other word out loud, but yeah, I ain't gonna I said it right here. It slipped out, but y'all probably don't even remember me saying it, so I ain't gonna say it again. But that's the next project that I'm working on that I just said, and so I will have that as soon as we get done with that, then I'm gonna put my energy back on not only Jelly Bean Dream, but some other things that are coming out of the UGI Studios universe. So, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be full throttle from this point forth because, the books that had me sitting back for a little minute, you know what I'm saying? Dreamcatcher and this book that I'm working on right now, those were like, I ain't gonna say that they were like shackles, but those were like the books that I knew that I wanted to complete. Like if I ain't do anything else, I needed to complete those books right there. And you know what I'm saying, what definitely jump started me getting the drive and the energy to get those books finally out the way was the fact that Johnny Quest Gaming, you know what I'm saying, had finally brought me, you know what I'm saying, had brought issue number one of Jelly Bean Dream to life. And for that I am so grateful and gracious on that tip. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been a long time coming. Because my niece, who, you know what I'm saying, who will be 36 this year, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was a kid when I first made Jelly Bean Dream, and she was one of the people that helped inspire Jelly Bean Dream because, you know, Jelly, you know, was what you call what you would call what we call now blurs. Well, not well, Jelly's not a nerd, but she was into what's known as blurred behavior as far as that goes. You know, she's into comic books and sci-fi. You know, all the things that they say, you know, they try to stereotype black folks not being into. You know, Jelly was into. You feel me? Which is so freaking stupid. It's such one of the dumbest stereotypes in the world. It's like, wait, aren't y'all supposed to be into drugs and violence and gangs? Like what? That's what it feels like. You know, they try to, you know, put us in the most idiotic stereotypes ever when, you know what I'm saying, when at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, we were part of the beginning of creation. But you know, that's another day for that story there. You feel me? But with that being said, this interdimensional being right here, Mr. Wisp, that Johnny Quest Gaming has created, you know what I'm saying, I am definitely looking forward to seeing, you know what I'm saying, his appearance in this. And, you know what I'm saying, it trips me out because of course obviously Johnny Quest Gaming mentioned another character who is in that same realm of existence, that same ability, you know, reality bending thing, because she is 100% aware of her existence as a comic book character in this realm, and that happens to be my character Vertigo, who I created at the age of 13 back in 1994. And you know what I'm saying, and she'll let you know real quick, yeah, it's been a long time since he put me out here again, but here I am. You know what I'm saying, she'll be the first one to tell you that much right there. And this guy right here, I can't wait, you know. And you know, Johnny Quest Gaming, as he said, he has this southern vernacular, kind of like this, you know, grand draw. Johnny Quest Gaming, he described his voice being in the tone of either Samuel L. Jackson, you know, y'all know the great Samuel L. Jackson, or Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who most of y'all may know best as Negan on The Walking Dead, and plenty of other movies and films he's been in, you know, such as Supernatural, played the Winchester's dad, and The Comedian and Watchmen, and so many other awesome properties he's been on. And of course, most recently, I'm trying to remember what he was most recently on. I'm tripping.
I know he's on a TV show now, which is like a reality TV show. Like I thought that was weird.
Oh, that's super weird, but it's something else that he's on most recently, you know, outside of. Oh,
I
I'm
know he's
tripping.
been.
Yeah. Conquest and Invincible. Yeah. So
Oh yeah, he
yeah,
Conquest. Yep,
yeah,
sure heck
duh.
is.
Yeah. So yeah, that part. All things Keena Cole. No, in the building. Keena Cole in this house. Keena Cole in this house. If
And,
you see it, wanna. If
and
you
while we
see
doing this too, y'all, I'm gonna show y'all some color tricks.
yes, show them. Let them know what it is. Show,
That
you know what I'm
Johnny
saying?
Quest Gaming uses. So if you see this background right here, right? It's supposed to be a space background or whatnot. We're gonna try to render the same thing to his skin, and I'll show you how we're gonna do that.
Nice.
It's a couple of different effects that we're gonna use, but so I'll admit y'all, I could be one of the laziest artists on the planet, man. I just say that because my art style can be really detailed or it can be extremely lazy at times. That's something I got to stop doing. But there's tricks that I've learned to try to keep that consistency and also be able to you know, render things pretty quickly. Like if you see me coloring and you're like, dang, how do you go through it so fast? It's because these tricks and things that I've learned over the years. No, I don't. I didn't learn how to turn tricks. I learned tricks. I learned how to do trick. Well, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. You'll get what I'm saying. Y'all get what I'm saying. Okay. So we're gonna select this layer right here. So you see we got that selected, right? So then we're gonna go to our brushes and have this brush called Nebula. Nebula is a beautiful brush
Yes, he
because
did, Keena Cole.
it's going to do something. Well, if it does it right. Okay, here we go. So I don't want it that bright, right? But you can see how it's doing that effect. So we're coming here. And so basically what I'm looking for is to be able to get this into like a star type galaxy pattern. But it's just a thing of blending and mixing the colors to the right way to where I want it. And then also the angle is to where I put this. But right now I think it's a little bit too dark. So we may have to change up his color altogether to make this really work the way that I want it to. Come on, Galaxy. But basically, in essence, what this does is it gives you the element that is like a starry background. Like it really works really well on a bigger space. I'll show you. Like you see this background right here. This background was literally rendered by using that particular tool. So let's go back to like this layer right here, right? So I'm gonna put another layer. I'm just gonna color it a blue, just like I did this. Okay, so that's that background. See that background right there? It's cool. It's nothing, but with the nebula effect on that canvas, you got your constellations, and so you can start blending the colors out to give it a different look. And you want to gently tap it in places so you can make it, but it'll give it that starlit type background that you may want to do. It's a quick shortcut. But the more you play with it, the more you had capability to do that. Now, it looks like with Mr. Wisp, it's not going to work as easy as I thought it would. So what I'm going to do is something else. Let's go back to and we're going to select this right here. So we got this copy selected. Now it's probably going to work better if I have darker tones, but I have another pen. This is called a light pen, right? And these are all presets that you can get. I think they come preset with Procreate. It may not. I can't remember. Y'all don't kill me for not remembering. But
and let them know that is Procreate that you're currently working on, son.
Oh yeah, this is definitely Procreate. It's Procreate,
Okay.
y'all. If it ain't nothing else, it's Procreate. It better be Procreate. But with the Star Brush or the light pen, I can do effects like this, right? So I can make starries in here, and I can also like change the consistency of light because it's a light pen. So let's say I like that, but I'm not gonna keep that. Y'all, we're gonna erase that for now. We're gonna erase that. We're gonna erase that. We're gonna erase that. Okay. Let's say we want to do a layer of lightning effects, right? Mr. Wisp is coming through the screen and he wants to, like, for instance, the ground here that's rendered. Like, I have these lines outlined. I may keep them, I may not. But with that being said, the lightning effects, with this light pen, I can go over these and start to make them heat up with the light.
Hey.
Now, if I was to mix this together in real time, it would take me forever to try to mix this together and make it do what it's doing right now. But with the beautiful light pen, it will accommodate us, and it also creates a light effect, so it looks like the background behind it. You want to have a couple of passes. You want to make one small path, because every time you make a path for it, basically what happens is it'll make it brighter. It's kind of like it's what is it called? Opacity or whatever it's called. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But basically, the more times you run it over, the brighter it'll get. So if you want something really, really bright, that's cool. I tend to not like the effects to be too bright because it kind of take away from the actual art. But that's one thing. Then another thing is, let's say you want to do highlights, right? So I want to highlight the light hitting the boot and just kind of like formulate the boot. So I can use this light pen to kind of start crafting that boot, the details in that boot from the light, the way it's hitting it. Because this is supposed to be, he's got one of those slick, what they call them, lemon pepper steppers on there. So that was how I would render that. Then maybe have some lightning throw off to the left or whatever. Those crackles, and you see this crackle out of my book because I love this pen. I really do. I love this pen. It's a great pen. But he does a lot for lightning effects. So we're gonna go back to just doing the standard body stuff. Let's turn that layer off. We'll come back to that. Let me make sure my on layer is locked because don't want to spend time doing that again. All right, so Mr. Wisp costume, I'm gonna put pinstripes on, but we'll do that later. So his suit is a darker green. So you see, I colored the hands and I colored the face. There is another way to do this, but this is the way I like to do it. I like to create another layer up under it. So that way, if I color outside the lines, which you were told not to do in school, I can not touch my other color. So basically, it makes that layer, anything above it is protected. Anything that's down below it, of course, will be affected. Now, for my selections, there's a selection tool. Don't get me wrong, I think my lines are pretty tight. However, um, and see, I say that, and there goes a hole right there. But um, this is why you don't want to necessarily try to select something. If you use the line selection tool, and this is on freehand mode, so that's just me running my hand across my lines. And you see, I got jaggies. I swear, man, I got this on. It stabilizes as much as I can get it, but sometimes, man, my hand just is not as stable as
And
it would be on pen and paper. Like I've seen some people I've zoomed in to like 7, 8 times, no jaggies, but that person was Dave Tay. Um,
artist extraordinaire.
yeah, if
One,
y'all,
he's one of the art guys.
man, yeah, if you ever, man, if we can get that dude on the live to draw, man, y'all be like, what? Who is that? Yeah, Dave's awesome, man. Now I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna go over this line on purpose so you can see what I mean about the fact that one layer is somewhere else and the other one's not.
Dolores in the house. What's happening with you, Dolores? Thank you for sliding on through. Y'all are watching Johnny Quest Gaming do a page in his upcoming book, Savage Space Toast, which is coming soon, y'all. It is coming soon. He is right now showcasing to you all his one of his characters in the book, Mr. Wisp. So most definitely get ready, you know what I'm saying, for this most amazing art. You know what I'm saying? Johnny Quest Gaming, of course, is the artist of issue number 1 of Jelly Bean Dream. He is also the creator of The Force. Issues number 1 and 2 are out right now. You know what I'm saying? Go get them joints, which was drawn by the most talented Jimmy King. And coming soon, very soon, will be Spectacular. Spectacular issue 1 will be coming soon. It was created by me and Johnny Quest Gaming. Johnny Quest Gaming did the amazing writing on issue number 1 with the talented Vincent E. Allen on the art, and Johnny Quest Gaming also provided the colors on that joint as well. So most definitely check out those books right there. Also, Johnny Quest Gaming did the colors on Force issues 1 and 2, as well as Jelly Bean Dream, assisted by me, for cleanup, making sure everything was, straight on that thing. But here, right here, Johnny Quest Gaming, he is putting his ankle meat in this Savage Space Toast, y'all. So definitely get ready for the most amazing epic space odyssey, epic hip hop space odyssey that is coming out right here. And as y'all can see, of course, from the thumbnail, I don't know if Johnny Quest Gaming seen the thumbnail for this.
Oh yeah, that was dope. That
Yeah,
was dope.
appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so you know what I'm saying, had to set it off, man. Had to set it off. You know what I'm saying? That thumbnail comes from a shot in Savage Space Toast, another picture of the character in the book Savage Space Toast, which is coming out. So yeah, most definitely.
So I think that green is kind of nice. I think that's a nice green. What you think, Slim?
Yeah, that green coal, that's like an olive green, you know what I'm saying, is real chill. You know what I'm saying? Great base color for it. Queen's Alchemy in the building. Queen's Alchemy in the building. She her birthday is coming up on the 22nd, y'all. So be ready. Dolores' birthday is coming up on the 16th. Same birthday as Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Peace and love all day. We got Johnny Quest Gaming up in the building drawing right now. He is live working on a page in his upcoming book, Savage Space Toast, which is coming soon. Johnny, bless you. Johnny Quest Gaming. He is the creator of Savage Space Toast, the creator of the Force, and he is artist of issue number 1 of Jelly Bean Dream. You dig? Most definitely, he is showcasing the breakdown of coloring this character. His character, Mr. Wisp, which is going to be in Savage Space Toast. This is a page from Savage Space Toast that is coming out soon. Yeah, so most definitely, yeah, we's up in this thing. We's up in this thing.
I was thinking about too. Oh, my unregistered popped up. I was registered. I promise y'all.
You say yours not a registered Negro.
And see, this is one way you can tell how tight your colors are, y'all.
Right.
Because if your colors aren't tight or your lines ain't tight, for one thing, your image should show behind your colors. Because basically, the lines are holding the colors in place. So without the lines, then it should be, something like this. So want to try another effect, and y'all bear with me because I'm doing this live with y'all, so I'm just brainstorming as I go along. So y'all get to see the process. Y'all get to share it. You can be like, hey,
y'all seeing the process. Y'all seeing the breakdown of the breakdown of the break it down. You dig? So that's what y'all doing. Right now, I'm making I'm making a very funny post that y'all gonna enjoy in my community tab because I am, of course, celebrating love, y'all. Josh Allen and Haley Steinsfield have gotten married. So
that's what's up.
That most definitely shout outs to them, man. Shout outs to them. You know what I'm saying?
Now, will I hate myself for this? I'm gonna try it, but I'm thinking like, will I hate myself if I do that? You know what? No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna. You know what I was about to do?
What was it?
I was about to turn the jacket into like a Dinah Prince type thing with the black suit with the stars being in the jacket. But I know I'm not gonna repeat that in the book. I know I'm not. So I'm not even gonna do this. If it was a one shot, if this was a poster, then yes, I would do that. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. That's just it's too much, y'all. It's too much.
Yeah. That's your best bet, my boy. Go ahead and I mean, hey, now if you do a poster, and then you can hook it up as a poster.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, so we're gonna merge these down. We're gonna merge this down. I don't want it as a reference. I want to merge. So now just merge those colors down because that's where you want to be at. Now we're gonna work on his shirt. I think we're gonna give him like a a white shirt. What you think? A white shirt work for that? For the inside
shirt? I think a white shirt would work for that. A white shirt. Either let's see. Yeah, white shirt will work for that. What y'all think, y'all? White shirt, black shirt. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's in there.
Is the white shirt giving enough swag though? Is it enough swag on the white shirt? Now, see, another thing too is now that I hit this white down, I can see where there's places in the green that needs to be colored. So
now, or you could because he got that purple that little handkerchief could make that purple as well. But no, I think white make it pop off though. White make it pop off.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Queen's Alchemy said white as well. So
white, okay.
Right there up under his vest, I should say maybe a different color vest, right? Okay, you did put that white up under there. Okay, I was just about to say about.
Oh yeah,
because I ain't know if that was the belt peeking or the shirt peeking. If he had a belt on up under there.
Yeah, I was thinking about maybe like making a belt buckle. I'll revisit it. I'll see what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
He got to be on. He got to be having his own point now.
Yeah.
For a little flair. Let's go with a purple thin tie. Now I thought about doing like a traditional tie for him, but I was like, nah, he like a southern type player. He listened to Outkast.
Like that Colonel Sanders type of thing.
Yeah. You got that. You got that going on. You got his handkerchief. So that is the flats on him. Okay, that's the flats on Mr.
Flat colors down, y'all. Flat colors down.
So now we're gonna lock that down. We'll merge it down. Now we could do a couple different things from here. We could do shadows. I learned a new technique for shadows. It's a lazy man's way for shadows, but it's effective. So one way you can do it, y'all, is you can actually do it by hand and go in where you want the shadows to be. Another way you can do it is with your selection tool. You can come around. So let's say I want shadows in the inner thigh, right? I'm just gonna draw how the folds should look. And please excuse the background, y'all. When you got daughters that like to argue with each other, it's always something going on. But so that's the shadow there, right? But we don't want it that dark. We don't. So what we do is we'll come down to say darken. So what that's gonna do. And then you're gonna take this down. Depends on how dark you want it to be. Maybe I want it at a 50, maybe I want it at a 48, 45. I'll say around a 45, right? So now the 45, this creates the shadow effect. And you can put it anywhere you want. It's your shadows. You determine where the light source is. But that's how you work in like shadows really quickly. Is that method. And then, it's all this is something that you're gonna play around with. It's not gonna necessarily be 100%. That's the way you want it. This the way you want it. That whatever. It's gonna be a thing that you have to play with. And just get used to the flow of how you your character.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at the picture I'm making, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all.
So come in, make a little bit more shadows over here. And that goes that shadow. But some of the time, when you're doing selections to do this quick, you might miss a line or two. One thing I say too when you're shadowing, go with the line on your character. Don't compete with the line, which that means is like, okay, if I draw a shadow and it's inside the line, like the back of the line or the ridge of the line, then it makes sense. But if I go through the line, it doesn't give it that same look. It's not as uniformal. So keep that in mind too. Now you don't have to do it that way, but I just suggest that you do it that way because for all intents purposes, it just gives the line a more natural look. Now another thing is if you're doing heavy shadows, like let's say we're going to shadow out his chest, right? Because his chest is the light is all around him and behind him, so maybe we'll cast a shadow in the center of his chest. You can do a big selection and kind of create that shadow effect. So now it looks like this is the shadow of his chest and it's got that shadow effect. Now how many seconds did they take me? Nothing, not that long, because like I said, these are all tricks to help you be able to color your images and do your artwork faster. Basically, is what we learned in here today. Now another thing with the tie, another highlight, you could do this. Just take an eraser and touch those images where you want the little blings to be, and then that'll highlight them back up. Because now you're only using shadows and colors. All using shadows and colors. Same thing with his face. I'm not going to do this for his face, but this is like something I was thinking about. Was doing the shadow in the center of his face like this, and there you go. So now it's created that image on his face.
Is old man on his own? Nice.
So this is just going to add depth to him, but I mean, I may use this effect, I may not. It depends. I got to still think about it. But yeah, so those are all shortcuts to start rendering this and making it more of a solid piece. But let's go back. I did miss something on the flat, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me go back and fix this on the flats. I'm gonna put in his buttons. Got to make his buttons tight. Now it's gonna do pinstripes on his suit. So what I'll do is I'll come over here. Now, always, if you're gonna experiment on your projects, you might be bold and be like, "Man, I draw on the same layer. I don't care." Do not do that.
Don't do it.
Do not.
Don't you do it.
You're gonna be upset and depressed whenever you have to start over, especially when you're drawing lines. Like I'm drawing thin lines for his pinstripe. The last thing I want to do is break a line, and then now I got to come back and do the colors over again because I was so hard headed and was like, yeah, man, I can do that. I believe in myself. And then reality kicks in and be like, no, start over.
Yeah, I see what you're doing on that shadow on that left leg right there, but I got a feeling that he's got some like he got some hard creases in his pants. So you should probably instead of it looking like that, I understand with the leg going back, but you know when you got some crease pants going on, that crease be solid, so you don't even see no wrinkles in that thing. Like you know that thing ironed down with the I see what you're doing with the pinstripes though. Hey. Oh, and that's going yeah. Oh, he got the purple pinstripes. All right, then I'm scared of that man now.
Yeah, no, I feel you with the shadow. So we will go back. I was just showing them how to like create folds with the shadow, but we'll go
Hmm.
back and definitely fix that. Now, you know, something I was thinking about too was giving him a pocket watch, but I was like, what does he care about time for?
He cares 0 cents about time. If he's on that level, time ain't nothing to him.
Yeah,
I mean,
time.
time is irrelevant.
So you see that line right there? I drew was kind of crooked.
Hmm.
Bam. See how that just instantly corrected it? It just
Hmm.
corrected itself. That's what you call pin correction.
Right.
Another neat feature. I actually gotta pin these some of these pinstripes because they've got to go with the flow of his body. Yada
Yeah.
yada 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 that type stuff, man.
I mean, you know, could get super lazy around there and could have had like a whole, you know, pattern design, this, that, and third, which you know it has been done in the past in some arts, you know what I'm saying, where you can just throw a pattern on somebody and you ain't gotta worry about you play it, hey, the pattern is what it is. But when you are actually creating the pattern, creating the design on a character, then you know everything of course got to end up flowing with you know the way the character's body is set up, bless you,
Thank
on that tip there. So you know what I'm saying. So those are the little ins and outies of it all, as far as all that go. With you know when you're doing design, you know what I'm saying it'd be a trip. Like y'all know, like you've seen yourself. You know, if you're human, you've worn clothes with designs on them before. So you know the designs they flow with your body and this, that, and the third. So you know it'd be a whole different effect when you look at it there. So yeah.
And again, y'all, this is that the fact that I have that layer, I can give him some highlights in his teeth. And back in the day, there would have been a thing where I would try to select another color that was somewhat close to this and try to make it work and make it match. But now, you know, coloring all these years, dang man, all these years. But you know what I mean? Yeah, you get what I'm saying. Uh, you can come back and do stuff like that where it just makes it a lot easier. So what Slim was saying was he don't have no wrinkles in his pants like that. Them things smooth. There you go. So,
Yeah. Hmm.
but he does have a kneecap.
Hmm. Yeah. So you gotta showcase the kneecap.
He
You know what I'm
does
saying?
have a
So
kneecap. I think
mhm,
he does. At least
yeah.
he should anyway. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Mr. Wisp, you got a kneecap in now? You don't? Oh, well.
I think he got some knees. Let's see. I don't know where I got all these windows open on my phone. That's why I ain't charged up yet.
Man, don't talk about charging, man. My iPad literally has to stay on the charger anytime I use it now.
Same. Like the other day when I was telling you that, yeah, it went up to 100%, but then the next day it just daggone wasn't trying to charge it all. So it's just like, yeah, But like last night, that's another reason why I've been so slow on working on stuff, people, because when your products don't want to stay all charged up, it's like, and it's so crazy, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're artists, which means we have the ability to draw anything. But this right here, this technological advancement, what these tablets have are very convenient, because it takes our art from being just something that we draw on paper to something that we can mass produce, real quick now. You know what I'm saying? Because really about 30 years ago, do you know how much you would have had to do what Johnny Quartz Gaming is doing right now? First and foremost, you got to have your pencils. And second, you got to have the inks. You got to have the right ink so you can get the right type of ink down on the drawing. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be light or thick, you know what I'm saying? Those type of things to create the inks, you know what I'm saying? The ink run out. Like, yo, you ain't hey, our artists, if you ain't never experienced when your dad gonna have like 2 or 3 ink pens left and then all of them start running out on you at the same time, then come on.
Man,
You don't know that struggle. You don't know that struggle when you know what I'm saying you had a color pencil, or you might have ran out, you ain't had that color pencil no more, or you had a Prisma color marker and the marker ran out on you trying to color a piece that you're working on. Or this that hey.
man, I can't even begin to tell you how ex- heartbreaking it is to be working on a piece and then you run out of markers, man. That's whew, painful, painful to say the
Man,
least.
you get thrown right out the mold, and then you gotta daggone, wait until you save your money up to go get some more markers, or you go there and the place either closed or they ain't got the markers that you're looking for. And,
These are not the markers you're looking for.
right, you be like, man. And then like I tell you, like I think the last great, what I'm saying, round of markers, I think the last great markers that people, was really harking off of about 10 or so years ago, that was the what would they call, son? The Copics, right? Copics?
Copic,
Yeah,
yeah,
the Copic markers. Those probably like the last great markers that everybody was really fiending after. And I think they still, of course, as far as people who use markers, those are still like the top line markers as of right now, still, right?
man, no, because I can buy those at Walmart now. Believe it or not.
Wait, you can buy them at Walmart?
Yeah,
Wow, see, I didn't even know.
yep.
So are they still like the top of the line, or is that somebody else now?
Um, you know, I don't know. I have been out of the marker game.
Yeah, so
Um,
you don't know, but you see, you don't even know now. And and when we talk about our friend Dave, who we mentioned earlier, shout out to my boy Dave, you know what I'm saying? Glad he doing good, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, he had the toolbox like a mechanic, full of markers and pens and all the such back in the day. And now that man is probably like, he's probably like 99.9% digital now. you know and we knew he was gonna be a beast when he went digital, because we already knew. Like, we was like, yeah, when this man go digital, it's gonna be stupid. It's gonna be
yeah, man,
stupid.
Dave, man. That's why I was trying to get you ushered into the digital world because I know the capabilities you had was gonna be crazy. Like, you know,
I
because
be
your
trying.
skills on
I be
pen
trying.
and paper was ridiculous. So,
Yeah, man. Yeah, like, shoot, them days, man. It just be like, and it's funny because I of course still, like, I still tinker around with every now and then, but I still got to get this room set up so I can be at display with all of my, what I'm saying, with my arts and this, that, and the third. So, ooh,
so that's the said she loved Copics.
yep. Hey, I gotta see some stuff that you work on. You know what I'm saying, with the topic shot. Most definitely. I'm sorry, 10:44 in the PM right now. We'll put cooling on this first day of the month. That's some good gum.
What flavor is it?
Watermelon.
Oh yeah, I ain't had no water. What is it? Bubblicious?
Extra chewing gum.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Bubblicious because they used to be my joint, man. I used to love me some Bubblicious gum. You know what? I think
Bubblicious off the chain, but they don't even sell them in the stores no more, man. They got like I don't even see Bubblicious in the stores no more. That's crazy.
you don't.
Nope.
Wow. I think I'm gonna take that. I don't want
I
that.
don't even see strawberry in the store no more.
In his face. I think I'm just on the outside.
Yeah, it's looking clean with that white outline.
Yeah, man. It's call me electric blue. I can't wait to see how this is gonna look printed though on some glossy paper.
Oh yeah, you already know it's gonna be fire. That you already know.
Uh,
Let's see.
Old age sending y'all.
Yeah. That's what happened when you can't dribble and shoot the ball no more.
Gotta pick a side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta pick a struggle. Okay. Now, let's see how clever I am. I guess we're gonna stick this to a drawing video. Or we're gonna do a coloring video, Johnny Quest. Which one are we gonna do? Let's take the lines out for a second. Take out all that. You know what I wish I did now though that I think about it soon.
What's that?
I wish I had a wish to. I wished I had a one of them. Oh, I wished I had I wished I had drew the glass in a different layer
Mm-hmm.
because what I could have did was copy the layer of the glass and then flipped it so that way I don't have to draw the glass again. Because
Mm-hmm.
you'll see what I'm about to do. If it works successfully, we hope. In my mind's eye, I see it. I see it. I see it's gonna work. I see it's gonna work. That's in my mind's eye, mind you.
For those who are in the building, press a 7 if y'all in the building. I appreciate y'all for being up in this thing. You rocking with Slim Jim Longfoot with special guest Johnny Quest Gaming. He is right now currently working on his latest page in the epic graphic novel coming soon. Savage Space Toast from UGI Studios coming soon, y'all. Most definitely. We got Shy in the building with the Siete. We got Dolores with the Siete. Yeah. Appreciate y'all watching.
I appreciate y'all, man, too, man, because usually this is where people get up and walk out the movie. Appreciate y'all for hanging in there with me. It's like, what did that guy just do? Why did he just draw a bunch of lines in the background, mommy?
I'm about to show y'all that break.
Why would he do such a thing? I don't know, kid. I don't know. He's insane. And for more candid commentary, you can follow me at Johnny Quest Gaming at YouTube, JohnnyQuestGaming.com.
Yeah, that part.
Shameless plug.
I ain't shameless plug. That is the plug. You are the plug. Shah Sarai said, "This is cool."
Thank you.
Shah Sarai and her Arnold voice. This is cool. You know, I think I'm gonna read comments in Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice.
Oh man, please! I've heard enough of Arnold stuff, bro. Please, no. I heard Arnold the other day saying, "If it isn't love," y'all. You remember that song? If it isn't love, how do? I was like, man, come on, man, no, Arnold, no.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to find that.
Yeah, bro.
Well, they be. I don't know. They. Yo,
If it isn't love, why does it feel so good? Like,
they are way worse than us, bro. Cause man, you know we daggone used to do all the jokes and everything back in the day. These folk they out here plenty out here. Like, hey, I ain't mad at them because hey, if I had the technology to do all that stuff too, I'd be doing it too. So I ain't even mad.
he says this, but he really could do it right now.
Right now, I'm just about to express, you know what I'm saying, this new union. I'm about to share it on. Um, on my post. Cause my humor is goofy. So don't mind me.
Okay, now let's see how this is gonna look, ladies and gentlemen. Drum roll. Now we have to manipulate this song because I may have drawn too much glass in the background, or I may have. What the heck? Oh, I'm dumb. I see what's going on. Okay, cool. Now let's manipulate this song because it might be too big, or maybe they're just all going at the same angle or something. Let's miniaturize it. All right. Did all that to make a little video of that. Anyway, so, that's kind of done, but we got to color the glass.
All right.
Color the glass.
It's okay, y'all about to see where it's going, y'all.
How the heck? Oh, it's because the shade layers right there. That's what was on top of. Okay. All right, let's color this glass, y'all. I'm trying to think. Should I do a light purple for the glass? What's the background? Let's see what looks pretty for glass. Everybody in the audience is like, draw that glass, Trick. Show me what you got.
There it is.
Got a remix coming out, y'all, called Shake That Glass.
She did good. Brandon of Palm Beach in the building. What's happening, man? What's going on with you? You are watching Johnny Quest Gaming work on art for his upcoming book, Savage Space Toast. Brandon of Palm Beach in the building. Who is the second most recent person to buy a copy of Jelly Bean Dream. He bought the 43rd copy, which was autographed by myself.
Dope. Thanks, man.
Most definitely appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. And Johnny Quest Gaming, who drew issue number 1 of Jelly Bean Dream, you're watching him do a page in his upcoming book, Savage Space Toast. Coming soon, most definitely.
I should have got y'all some t-shirts. Said I came to Slim's Live, and all I just got was this guy drawing coloring glass for an hour.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Sometimes y'all glass gotta get attention too. You gotta put it on the glass.
Put it on the glass. This is why they had those time sped up videos.
But it's cool to see it in person as well. I've done it live as well, son. So it's good to see it sometimes in person. Cause you be like, oh, kill.
And you know what's funny? Because when you color it, you're like, oh yeah, glass. Let's draw glass here. Let's draw glass there. Then we got to color. You like, why did you do that, you idiot?
All right. You know what I'm saying? We're like, yeah, I'm gonna put some glass in the scene. Gonna put some freaking glass in the scene. Then you realize you gotta color all that stuff.
Yeah. Anytime you go for those extra little small items in the background to just make the clutter.
All right. You begin cussing yourself out.
Right. You want to stand over your past self and just slap them.
All right.
Hey, let's draw little small cans right here. A lot of them. And a happy little ant family over here, and maybe some people having drinks in the background. And we go back to color and ink it, you like, you idiot.
Exactly. But you know what though, it's all gravy though, because you know it's very healthy to hate the different parts of yourself. Like writer me hates artist me. Colorist me hates artist me. You know what I'm saying? So you know they all pretty much hate each other, but at the same time they love each other because they know it's gonna be a job well done. And you know who else really hates each other? Editor me. Editor me hates them all. Like for real. It's like, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool. The only person who probably is the chill person out of the group is Letterer me. Letterer me is got the chill job because you know all you gotta do is just put the words in there. But then again, sometimes it depends on if artists me cooperated with keeping that space open for Letterer me to work. Then you know what I'm saying that's what it is. Queen's Alchemy, U222 Brandon, and Shots Right ask, is he making those rocks float? No, that's glass. Those are pieces of glass that are shattering from where he came in at.
Yeah, he's gonna be coming in through a portal of existence in space as soon as I get done coloring all these out and turn them into glass. I gotta render them all.
Yeah. And so you will see the full effect of them, you know, being real glassy like. And you know what I'm saying, as he's walking through the fabric of space and time, and they're coming out, it's like it's basically like, you know, shattering through, and they go, oh snap, it's gonna look cool. It's gonna look cool. Love peach and bacon grease. Hey, you did. I think Brady meant to say peace, love, peace, and bacon grease. Hey, most definitely.
I can go for some bacon grease.
I know, right? Even though it ain't good for you, but at the same time, bacon grease, man, you can't go wrong with some good old bacon grease. You know what I'm saying? Slap it between some bread. Oh no, that's just.
Hey man, you're just having a diddler moment for a second.
Oh no, 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 if no.
Hey, you know what? I knew that
real quick.
I heard something that let me know that dude was evil, man. They said that he likes to eat hamburgers with applesauce on it. I was like,
oh yeah, that's diabolical. That's SK behavior right there.
Yeah, man.
That's SK behavior. Straight up SK behavior. Straight up. If y'all know what SK is, y'all know what it is. If you eat cereal, then you know you're you know how you delete cereal. So yeah, that part. That's SK behavior. And I already feel like he was partially responsible for those two young men who rapped back in the 90s being taken out of here. So, you know.
Yeah,
that part. So
we don't gonna talk about it on the show. We're just gonna let it go.
We'll talk about on Nerd Strip Club though. We don't care on Nerd Strip Club.
Yeah, we don't care no strip club.
We don't care.
If you hear it, you hear it. You know.
Brandon said, I love the back few pages you did on Jelly Bean Slim. I got to actually read the comic the other day, and I know why you did. And I know why you did, and that is amazing. I give you a big salute, brother. Hey, I appreciate you, Brandon. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we try to make it do what it do, man. We try to make it do what it do, man. Hey, Brandon said he'll cook. He use bacon grease all the time. You feel me? Most definitely, most definitely, most definitely.
There you
Yeah,
go.
you know what I'm saying? You got to daggone get that thing heated up, get it ready. Like Freddie eating spaghetti on a Serengeti.
You know I got to do this twice.
Yo.
No, the reason why I got to do it twice.
Mm-hmm.
I got a scene of him walking out.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was smart, man. Why did that was smart? Yeah, man. If y'all don't know, I do this on top of having a 9 to 5. So
Got me working day and night.
yeah, man. And then on top of that, Nurse, I don't think I'm happy with the glass behind him. So I'm gonna have to work on that in a second. But we'll get to it.
Oh, Brandon said I knew a guy that used to eat the bread that we put the bacon on to soak up the grease from bacon when you cook. Oh, sweet. Gee, is he still alive?
Yeah, that's his arteries hate him.
All right. Shy said dedication. You dig? Dedication.
That or
You know,
stupidity, one to two.
see, goes to show I'm old, y'all. I forgot everything that I said earlier. So hold on, let me scroll back real quick. And for those that know, if you remember, if you got a good memory, you remember. So I meant to say all of this earlier. So I'm sorry. Let me scroll back. Going back from This Is Cool. Brandon of Palm Beach said, "Hi, Mr. H." And then he said, "That is awesome." Queen's Alchemy said, "Brandon, peace and love." Brandon of Palm Beach.
Please, no, Arnold. Get to the chopper. Go now, run.
Dedication.
Be dedicated now.
For those who just now catching on, I said I was gonna read all of the comments in Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice, but I had forgot already. So
let's get to the chopper. Probably, you know what I was thinking about putting glass in front of him. I was like, nah, no take away. And then I still got to draw images on this glass too.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ground, I got to do the water on the ground was like the gravity water, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Him coming in like he on top of water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey. Don't the Lord said, "We glad you forgot." LOL.
he just helped him out again. He just brought it back to his attention.
Right.
You can't remind him. You can't give him what
All right. You can't give it fuel. You know, you feed it after midnight. What gonna happen? You already know. If you don't know now, I don't know what to tell you. Brandon of Palm Beach said, "Johnny Quest, awesome to be alive with you. I love it." Hey, that's what I'm talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't it amazing? We all live in this era at the same time, man. Like I said the other day, it's all about what you do in between that dash, man. In between that dash, between that birth year and that last year. You know what I'm saying? What you do in between, what you do in that dash, man. And that's where we at.
For sure.
We are all in the dash, man. We are all in the dash, and we trying to just make it do what it do and does what it does out here. Brandon said, "Unfortunately, he is. He's one of the people I don't like at work. I don't want to say it, but I'm joking.
He's not the dude who steals lunches, is he, Brandon? Because that particular guy is the worst.
Yo, I'm quite sure he steals lunches because if he eats daggone bacon grease soaked bread, yeah, he definitely take your lunch. He eat anything.
He's just coming to earth at that point.
All right. The Lord said, I need him to go to school again. You talking about me? Nope, I'm wide awake. Sorry. Brandon said, I have a horrible memory. That's what I love about YouTube is I can always put it back on the next day. Hey, that part. You feel me? That part. Ooh, Johnny Quest gaming in this glass. He got to work it, y'all.
Man, I got to really map out how that background is going to work traditionally in a second.
was small. I thought I made that small enough.
That's the thought process.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. When you say I hate these little pixels, I wish I could do clean lines. I know, right? That
What
part.
happened?
Dolores said, I hate these little pixels. I wish I could do clean lines. LOL. And Brandon said, Johnny Quest, how long have you been drawing for?
If I tell you, I show my age. Nah, I mean, since I was what, third grade? No, yeah, somewhere around there. This got a reason why I draw.
Ooh, man.
Yep.
I do.
So, true life story, right? He was selling comics like on the streets of Ohio in the middle of the hood. And I was standing there as a kid and he was like, "Hey kid." And I was like, "Yes, sir." He was like, "Come here." And I was like, "Okay." And I came over there and he was like, "Hey, you see this right here?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "You ever did comics before?" And I was like, "Did comics?" He's like, "Have you ever did comics before?" And I was like, "No, sir. I haven't." He was like, "Here, we'll do this one." And I, opened it up. And then next thing I knew, man, I woke up in a mat on a mattress, dirty clothes, man, and I was drawing. I've been drawing ever since. But no, seriously, it was third grade, man. Really true story. Never else was drawing comics before me, and I really thought it was cool, and he inspired me to do it, and I've been doing it ever since, man. So around third grade, so umpteenth amount of time now, a lot of years. So
that part. Queen Alchemy, she said, the glorious greetings. Brandon of Palm Beach said, 48 here. Be proud. You know, said proud 76, baby. 76, baby. Bicentennial man right there.
yes, sir.
Shots of Ross said, oh my God. You know what I mean? Brandon of Palm Beach said, that's a good story. And the Lord said, that sounds like a bankhead story. Hey, you might be right, the Lord. That sounds like, hey, shout it.
You have to excuse the Johnny Quest color commentary because sometimes my mouth don't necessarily work with my brain or one of those things.
Hey, y'all think this on that? Y'all got to tune in on Nerd Strip Club. See y'all thing we done talked about on that thing. We get nerdy and dirty over there, so we be all out of pocket over there. So Brandon Palm Beach, that's where he gonna want to be at real when Nerd Strip Club come back. He gonna be like, oh yeah, that's where it at. You know what I'm saying? You get the laid back, you get the chilling Al Bundy style then, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
This is where I belong.
Oh, that's a fire shot right there. Oh no.
And Brandon, you got my first published comic, so congratulations, or everybody who purchased it. Thank y'all. It's my first debut comics.
This is actually not my artwork. This is created by my friend Dano, 95 Dano, by the way. His Instagram is 9595 Dano, so DANO. It's also on my personal Instagram, Ronnie Creates, RONNY Creates. Oh, I didn't even know Sean was in here. Sean was from himself.
Ain't it great when you give your homie a shout out and then he's right there?
Right. What about Brandon say, Slim, when you fell asleep on your live yesterday, I thought Solomon had your number to call and wake you up, but he didn't, so it was kind of funny. Actually, he does have my number. Solomon got my number.
He fell asleep, man.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? They caught me on one of my sleepy days. I was looking out for you, but couldn't help. So it's all good, Brandon. It's all good, man. Dolores hit me up. She I heard the Instagram calls. You going ring, you know that loud Instagram calling. I was like, what the world? I started coming to myself. What the hell? What the hell you on? You know what I mean? Like,
Man, y'all in this song, man.
it's real out here, man. It's real out here. I ain't even mad at that dude. Like that's forever right there.
Hey, he doing this song, man. It's truth. That's what the hell he on.
All right. Right then, he said it's an honor. He says honor, especially because I know you guys, or at least talk to you. That's so awesome. Hey, it's awesome to know you too as well, Brandon. Brandon of Palm Beach in the building.
No doubt, man.
You know what I'm saying? Out here making it do what it do. Once again, appreciate you. I'm glad you enjoyed the first issue of Jelly Bean Dream. And you know what I'm saying? This right here, this amongst more to come from UGI Studios right here. Yeah, this page is coming out fire, y'all. I hope y'all are enjoying this process. Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, you get to see the insane guy who drew it.
Yeah, Queen, I actually fell asleep on a live, which is not the first time I've fallen asleep on a live stream, but this was the most recent time because I was caught on a low energy day yesterday, so you know what I'm saying. So hey, I fell asleep on that thing. Y'all didn't see me though because I had the camera off because I knew I was too drowsy at that point to daggone be in front of the camera. So you know what I'm saying.
Hey man, let me just say it: when you hit your 30s. That's when it starts. So when y'all hit your 30s, whenever y'all hit that point, trust me, you will fall asleep on anything. You'll fall asleep on a movie, you'll fall asleep on a train, a plane, automobile. Right. Hopefully not automobile. Don't do it on automobile. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying?
On the bus ain't no joke, especially when you miss your stop. You be like, yo, what? Like that'd be the worst right there. Nah, so I'm in there wake me up. Dolores hit me up on the IG. She hit me up on the IG. I want to hear the phone anyway because I was on the phone and you know I don't keep my ringer on. So you know, so if I don't have my phone in my hand, somebody call me. Hey, I'm gonna miss it because I don't keep my ringer on. I hate ringtones. I used to love ringtones back in the day, but I don't like hearing the phone ring no more. Like it'd be like, you know, like everybody who know me know to call me anyway. So if it's ringing, it don't mean it's somebody that don't know me, or it's got to be super important to be like, you know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying, it's somebody who I care to converse with on the phone. Like my bro, he know he can call me anytime. You know what I'm saying. And so if you can call me, then hey, then that's awesome. I just come to say I'm hungry. Yeah, that part. Who needs some ribs, man? It's holiday season, man.
Man, what are you saying, man? I need to get some ribs like ASAP.
Of course, you don't want your data out on YouTube. Oh yeah, most definitely. You don't want your data out on the YouTubes. On the YouTubes.
Yeah, you definitely want to do that. I was just thinking about where you were saying fall asleep on the bus. I was like, missing yourself is one thing, but I just had a vision of you being woke up in the arms of remember the PJs? Remember the little junkie dude on PJs? Like, you missed your stop. What? I was just going, you look so comfortable.
Yeah, wake me up. Hey, there you go. He said, I think my wife married me because I sang that song to her over the phone on the message. Hey, there you go. That's how you do it. What ain't nobody that Stevie, Woman in Red soundtrack. Y'all better know.
Yeah, man, Stevie. Can't go wrong with the Mr. Wonder.
Stevie and Reby Wonder. I say Reby Wonder. Reby Jackson both turned. Well, they are cousins, but they both turned 75 this year.
Stevie 70 now.
75.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, 1950, born 1950. See, we've been knowing him young all our lives because you know he was young all our lives, and now it goes to show it's like, dang, Stevie 75 now, like dang.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. I want him to see it getting as old as possible, though, man, because
definitely.
I don't even want to say nothing because the way.
Man. All right, man, because yeah.
We ain't had this conversation, y'all. We ain't had this conversation.
So then, take me back to 2009 and my daggone. What the Lord said, I used to be scared of the biker short man on Candle Road. I used to walk to the next stop. The biker short man. Who the biker short man? You ain't talking about black man, are you? Cause black man, he don't wear no shorts.
That's what it sounded like.
It must be another dude up that way, but black man, he used to be down there close to like the Flat Shoals Parkway end.
Does anyone know how old he is?
Oh, he's young. He's young.
I know.
And that's the crazy part. You know, he's young. He I don't even think he's 30.
What the heck?
So,
You see that? What is
happened?
that? What is that?
What was it? Yeah, that.
Where'd that little white spot come from out of nowhere? See, y'all, this is what I be talking about right here.
That be that crazy.
What is it from, though? Look at that.
Where that zoom in on? I can't see it. We can't see it.
See how it just destroyed my background?
That white.
Oh, man. I don't even know where it's from, bro.
Check out your layers and see. Yeah,
I see where it's at, but I had to erase it because it was like it just made a white spot, which is so weird. Like,
that's
why
wild.
would you do that?
I guarantee who I guarantee my bacon grease cooking ain't gonna help. Dolores, she said, yeah, you had tight shorts and stood on Candle in front of that Walgreens is and McDonald's is now.
Yeah.
He carried a stick and not in his hand. What?
He had a stick in his hand?
He said not in his hand.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe she is talking about black man. I don't know.
No.
He on my YouTube channel. So if you see the video on my YouTube channel, Dolores, and I mean, as a matter of fact, let me send it to you right now, and you let me know if that's who you talking about. Oh, dang, I'm still trying to make this video real quick, so hold tight, y'all.
Yes, artists have to, well, not all of them, but you have to put stars sometimes. And my Bob Ross voice. Let's put a happy star over here.
Sparkle, 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 sparkle.
Man, I miss that dude, man.
Y'all like, what? I know, man. Bob Ross been dead almost 30 years, man. That's crazy, man.
Yep. I miss him and Mr. Rogers.
You like to be my neighbor.
Mr. Rogers was actually a really good dude, man. You know, they tried to make the movie, and you know, they wanted him to have like some drama, like hidden.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't find no drama on him, so they basically just like didn't push the project because it was like the movie was just this guy doing good stuff and having a good message. No one wants to see that, right?
Nope. They're like, what? A good guy? Nah. We got to have drama.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. Beautiful day in this neighborhood. Be mine.
It is right now currently 11:18. Everybody, I hope y'all are having the most blessed day, a blessed night. You know, what time is it where y'all are located? What time is it where y'all are located in the world? You know, let it be known. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Y'all
another thing.
Huh?
No, I'm sorry. I'm about to say something, but I just saw a mistake. Talking out loud.
Uniquest Gaming in the building. Y'all working on this most amazing art from a page from you got Mr. Robertson's Neighborhood. That's what you like, the Lord. Hey, Brandon the Palm Beach said, I don't really have a filter funny, and I don't mean to offend people, but I just don't give up that part. Brandon be coming out with it. That part. And the Lord said, I like any version of Mr. Rogers. That part. Man, yeah, when y'all gonna come out with Stranger Things? Because them folk gonna be about 30 years old by the time.
Man, don't mention me about Stranger Things. What's the name? I already got grandchildren at this point.
Man.
The other girl just graduated. The baby sister graduated.
Right.
And the kids are in what grade in Hawkins now?
And they ain't even seniors up in there, bro. They were like freshmen in last season.
Yeah, I think this season they're supposed to be like in 10th grade, but I digress.
But the school year didn't even change at the end of the season.
It didn't?
No.
Wow.
Because you remember Eddie, that was supposed to be his last year. That was going to be his last year. He was going to finally graduate. That's what he kept on boasting about. Because he was a super senior. But yeah, that was supposed to be the year Eddie graduated. But yeah, but that was still in 9th grade when all that happened.
Wow.
They had just got into high school.
Wow.
And here it is in real life. Oh boy, his little sister, the girl played his little sister. She done graduated from high school in real life now.
Graduated high school, yep.
My nephew is about to be a senior now, and Stranger Things came out when he wasn't even 10 years old when Stranger Things came out.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah. So Brandon of Palm Beach said, "How did you two meet? I want to hear this story." We ain't here. He met me in Ohio when I was
all right.
Out there with
let me tell them what happened. What really happened? Okay.
The true story.
The cold, dark streets of Colombia. Nervians went by the name of El Rosenbaum Guitar Slayer, and I was just a normal kid just walking around, and he came up to me and was like, "Hey, you want to buy these?" I'm teasing. No, we met in 3rd grade. Seriously, though, we met in 3rd grade. That's what happened.
Yeah, back then his name was Pablo.
Yep. But nah, Brandon, we met in 3rd grade, man. Out waiting for. I wasn't even a car rider, so I don't even know what the heck I was waiting outside for in front of the bus stop. But that's the first time I met Nervians. He was outside and he had drawn his own Transformer comics. Like he's the real deal, man. This dude been drawing forever, man. Like he's definitely. Look at all these layers that's happening.
Layers on layers on layers. Yeah, them some layers there, boy. Yep. Sure did, Brandon. Sure did. We grew up together. We had hair. We gained hair. We lost hair.
Man, tell me about it.
It's been a wild ride. The Lord said that was a Campbellton Road story. Hey, we're gonna have to find out what, man. Dolores be knowing all them pockets, man. She be doing all them pockets. Hey, she hit them on the head.
Wait. She don't say names.
Dolores is Atlanta.
For sure.
That's how you know Dolores ATL. She be like, yeah.
Nothing wrong with it.
Ain't not a daggone thing wrong with it. You did. That's how it be right there. That's how it be. Oh man.
I'm gonna have to color in some shards.
Shard.
And you're asking why am I doing colors for the shards as opposed to drawing them in? Well, there's a little effect I want to put behind them, but I have to make it actually colors in front of them, or else it's not going to work.
We grew up in the Peach State, Queen. We grew up in the Peach State. She said, "I heard Ohio.
Yeah,
Blair."
That was completely fabricated. Completely fabricated, Dolores.
I've never been to. No, that's Queen talking. Queen's Alchemy. I've never been to Ohio ever. People who are from Ohio know me, but I've never been to Ohio. But what was I about to say? I was about to say something. Oh yeah, Queen's Alchemy, y'all. For those that don't know, Queen's Alchemy will be on Jared Talks live stream on June the 4th. So definitely go check that out. I will have that posted up in my community tab when that date comes up. So I will be reminding y'all in 3 days, to go check out Jared Talks, interview Queen's Alchemy. Most definitely. You say you've been to Ohio too much. Oh, that's where the Ohio energy coming from. I wonder where the Ohio energy was coming from. That part. Brandon of Palm Beach, he said, as comic book writers that kind of were you guys barely in school. You seem like those kind of guys that did your own thing, and I'm curious about that cause I did. Hold on, let's see. It's comic book writers that kind of where you guys barely in school. You seem like those kind of guys that did your own thing. I was definitely did my own thing because I was raised to be myself, and that's what I was. And so when it came to being in cliques or anything like that, I pretty much knew everybody in every clique. I wasn't like in any particular cliques. I knew all the cliques, so it was just like, oh, I'm thinking Burley like Big Burley. That's not a
I,
Burley that I know.
I think you mean like were we like the kind that skip class or something like that?
Oh no, no,
No, we weren't definitely that. We were like A students then.
yeah.
So
Bully. Oh hell no, definitely not bully. Nope.
no, not bully.
Yeah, because I had to keep my temper in check. I got my temper checked when I was younger. You know what I'm saying, to not lash out in that type of way. I like Superman style because I would like smash somebody's head off. Like what I'm saying, because shoot, yeah, I mean shoot, I remember back in kindergarten, somebody had took my turn on the computer, and what I'm saying, like we was over here playing a game, and he had took my turn, and I was like, okay. And then and I got ready to do my turn again. He took my turn again. I grabbed his whole arm and bit that mug.
Dang man, that's brutal.
I
Brutal
wasn't
stuff.
playing, man. I wasn't playing. I remember that as clear as day because I was like, who you playing with, bro? You playing with the wrong one. So that's how I got to know my principal at my elementary school at the time, who eventually went to the next elementary school that I went to, who see, Mr. Diggs. You know,
Mr. Diggs.
so that's how I got to know Mr. Diggs. That's why he knew me because he remember.
Okay.
He remembered. So he was proud of, what I'm saying, me, being straight A student and this, that, because he already knew I was a good kid, but hey, he knew folk tried me, it was gonna be a wrap.
You had Wolverine type tendencies.
Exactly. I ain't that's why when it come to that, like I don't do threats because hey, I be ready. You know what I'm saying? That's why cowards and punks be best glad they created, projectiles, because if projectiles didn't exist, it'd be a wrap for folks. I'd be like, you got so many cowards out here to be ready to pull out, heat. So gotta just keep yourself in check, but you gotta let them know, hey, you ain't the one. You ain't the one. Hey, don't try, because I come from a line of people who didn't show they stuff, they did they stuff. So that part. you know that's how that came. But we try to, it's like, that's why I promote so much, goodness in the world, because that's what we need, man. We need that. We need greatness. We need light. We need love in the world, because there's too much of that BS going on, and you got to have more of that goodness going on. That's why, in particular, me and this man right here, Johnny Quest Gaming, we love heroes. Out of all things, we love heroes, and what I'm saying, we love what I'm saying, just the good things in the world. Now you got cats like this, like this character right here that Johnny Quest Gamer created, what I'm saying, like, hey, he's one of those, he's most likely, I wouldn't even consider him a good guy or a bad guy, even though you probably would think that he's probably a bad guy, but I already know just from what little bit I know of this character, he's not, he doesn't, he just does his own thing. You know what I'm saying? Whether you want to call that good or bad, he just does his own thing. You know what I'm saying? He just, puts, the options in front of people, and he let them know what it is and what it ain't. You know what I'm saying? Because he know what it is and what it ain't. Dolores said, "Slim a biter." And Brandon said, I was a little guy that was in Dungeons and Dragons, and a lot of things that other people thought they were weird, and I had to fight a lot in middle school. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, with that being said, you know what I'm saying, you got to daggone fight for what it is, and you know what I'm saying, fight for
Right.
what it is and what it ain't, because I mean, that's the thing that, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, like, you take a hit, you take a hit, you know what I'm saying, and You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, just like well, you know, I mean, this not just a movie quote, but this was quoting in real life. But you know, best remembered, you know, by the late John Witherspoon said on Friday, you win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day. So you know what I'm saying? You either go, you know, hey, you either gonna win or you ain't. And then most of the times, you know what I'm saying, you know, if you fight like it was like the last time the guy got suspended, me and the dude who you know got into a little tussle with each other, shoot, we were friends throughout the rest of school, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, and it was funny because it was like, you know, had no reason to be an enemy with me to begin with. And it's so weird that I don't even think I told you this, like you know why you were mad at me, bro?
Why is it?
Cause I had waves, man.
Hey man, he was spinning too hard on him, bro. He was spinning
Hey
too hard.
man, like I was spending that hard. People mad. Like,
Hey, that
hey,
lets you know.
hey, the 360 was popping, man. The 360 was popping. Back then, the grain was deep. The 360 was popping, man. And I
You
can't
ain't got
even.
haters doing
It's just weird to me. I'm just like, you know, me as a teenager, I'm like, you know, y'all know how we used to talk back in the day. So you know, you're just like, what this. Well, I can equate it now to like, you know, that's like Diddy behavior. You know, like why? You know, it's like why? Like why? But you know, it is what it is. I can't call it. When you say I suspended a lie in school growing up simple because I was just fighting, and that be the crappy part, right? Don't it be the crappy part, Brandon? When you the one who daggone defending yourself, you get suspended. It's like really, like shoot.
Yeah, that happened to me whenever I was about to beat somebody up for like this dude. We were at the bus stop, and he took a razor blade from like what was it? We had dissected something that day, and he
Mhm.
decided to use the razor blade down the back of my jacket, like straight down my spine. And I had a goose down jacket on at the time, and I saw it was like feathers come out of my jacket. So we got into it, and I got suspended. I was like, I get suspended. But hey, it is what it is, man.
Right. And, you know, and honestly, you know, I mean, that's why I'm glad that I wasn't a predictor of the future because I probably got in more fights had I known, but had I known the outcome. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, you know, just to, but you know, it you know, like that's the thing though. I didn't get into a lot of fights as a kid because you know it won a lot of people that and didn't F with me. You know what I'm saying? Either they did or they didn't. And if they didn't, then you know we went around each other. You know, whatever like that. So it was just like, hey. And you know, and most of the people who we knew, you know, growing up, you know, we grew up with them, and you know what I'm saying, and went to school with them, and this, that, and the third, like I used to call it back in the day, like, everybody who Johnny Quest Gaming went on to high school with, you know, that was like Saved by the Bell, and I was like that first kid that looked like Slater in the Miss Bliss days that got kicked off the show and got replaced by Slater, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So it's like, dang, you know what I'm saying, but yeah, man. Hold on, Brandon Palm Beach. He had said, hold on, let me scroll back up. Let me scroll back up. Spirit of love. Yes, I agree. That's what Brandon said right there. And the Lord said, how can you hate from outside of the club? That part, you feel me? How you hating on the outside of the club? You did. Brandon Palm Beach, he also said, my nephew is an introvert, and I turned him on to your channel. I don't know if he's an artist. I told him my nephew is an introvert, and I turned them that part, hold on for a sec, him on to you that you can actually be an artist. Yes, you can, man. You can be an artist. You can be an artist, you know what I'm saying? Most definitely. When you say back in my days, the girls carried hairspray in their person so they could use them as weapon. Ooh, I actually saw a girl knock out someone with a hairspray can. Yeah, especially when the hairspray can back in the day, they were made out of real like what 10. You know what I'm saying? You
I
know.
was glad he clarified that because I was thinking like
Oh, with the
hairspray.
lighter, with the
Yeah,
lighter.
I was like, what?
All right. I was thinking that too.
Wait a minute.
Yo, hey, you woo. Now been woo. Ric Flair style. Woo! Hey, but she been Michael Jackson style. That what it would have been. especially if they were going at somebody with some hairspray in their head too. Man, the aerosol be like a whole 80s movie, you know what I'm saying? Just explosions everywhere, just like, whoa, what is going on here? You know what I'm saying? Look, the Lord said, I want to talk to anyone from my school days. They're trash humans. They still trash humans even to this day, the Lord's good Lord. They just didn't grow up. They just suck. That's all good.
It'd be like that sometimes, unfortunately.
Yeah, it definitely do. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they hit you up like, hey, you still draw. I need a favor.
I get that. So I need the favor. But the thing I think is funny though, it's like I always get the, hey man, can you draw me something? I was like, cool, what you need? They be like, yeah, man, I need this logo done. I need this picture done by next week. I'm like, cool, man. These are my prices. Man, what you mean you can't do it for free? No. Are you selling your product that you promoting for free? No, but I mean this would be good publicity for you. Oh, that's right. You are a part of. I don't know what the heck you're making. Like, that's the thing that I always thought was like really funny. Like, I don't mind helping out anybody. Like, I don't mind, drawing something, but it's the fact that you naturally feel that what I'm doing is not important to, gain money for my time. And it's like, this is still my time. Like, either regardless if I do this every single day, this is my time. And
I
have to take time out of my day to create and draw. And, if it's your vision, I have to, create your vision and whatnot. So it's not as easy as people think. Oh, you wonder what I'm doing now, people, is I'm rendering the crack in time and space. So I know.
And joint looking fire. Slide up on bring that thing up close so they can see you a little better. Yeah, come on in real quick. Yeah, I don't want to see that thing. Look at that mug right there. That mug looking crispy. And when it comes to folks like that, you know what I'm saying, you got to hit them up with this most famous song right here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna play it, but I'm just gonna do the little chorus of it. And y'all already know as soon as you hear it. Hell no. No. Hell no. That part. So that's how you work that there. That's how you work that there. Brandon said I had to get off Facebook because a lot of people that I don't want to talk to try to hit me up. They be like, Brandon, I like your mustache. Can I smell it? Like, wait, what?
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? They be like, wait, what? You like, hold on, bro. No.
Public service announcement. If anybody asks you to smell your mustache, run fast, run hard.
Man, run quick. Run. Don't even think about running. You best to fly. You best to leap about 5 feet, and then they're gonna take off running after that. You did.
Yeah, please do.
Okay, Slim gave me a portrait. I'm so happy about that. Still, when I bought the first jelly bean, most definitely, man, most definitely. Naima Benning in the building. She said, Slim, Naima B in the building from New York, in the ATL. Yeah, that part. What's going on with you, Naima B in it? What's happening? Brandon said they get to want to smell my mustache. They want. I see. I was thinking that I was gonna say that, but I was like, nah, I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna just say smell. You know what I'm saying? DC. He said they want to smell my mustache. They want to ride.
Hey. Sometimes those are good problems to have.
Yeah. But that's if you single though. That's if you single. Brandon,
of
course, is not.
For sure. For sure.
So
yeah, Brandon
right,
avoid all that activity.
Hold on there, buddy.
Keeps you safe.
Pump your brakes. Naima being throwing the heart. So what's going on in the world? Oh, Struggle Garcia. I'm sorry. Struggle Garcia said hi. What's happening? Struggle Garcia. What's happening, y'all? For those who are just now coming in, y'all are watching the most amazing Johnny Quest Gaming do this most amazing freaking art. Do y'all see how amazing this joint look? This is up from the upcoming graphic novel Savage Space Toast. He is drawing this thing right here. Exactly. Like I just said, Brandon, those ain't good problems when you're married. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's the wife saying that, them ain't no good problems there, buddy. No, buddy, them ain't no good problems. No. But this joint is man, that joint coming out clean. That joint coming out, Mr. Queen. That joint coming out.
I have my moments, every now and again.
It's coming out spiffy.
Every now and again. Oh, my back. My neck and my back.
I hate that. Them Ezell moments. Them ain't no good moments. Shout out to Ezell, rest in peace to him, man. This is the 30th anniversary of Friday, y'all, and there's so many people from that movie gone now. It's crazy.
Yeah, bro. We still ain't have no sequel yet. Like
I'm gonna need y'all to just go ahead and quit worrying about sequel. First and foremost, we have had sequel. We've had 2 of them mugs. We just ain't had no more with Chris Tucker in it, which is most likely never gonna happen, y'all. So we just go ahead need to quit dreaming on it. You know what I'm saying? Unless Johnny Quest Gaming himself go up to his cuz, which is the man's name I just mentioned, be like, hey man, for the culture, man, go ahead and do another.
Hey man.
And he gonna look at him and be like, hell no.
Can't do this, man.
I ain't for real. So it ain't about to happen. Unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately. My neck and my back. That part, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it be like that, man. Like it bees like that. As a matter of fact, see my iPad not even charged up. So let me see what my iPad is on. My iPad is on 53%. It's not even charging up right now. Oh, I got my phone charged. So let's see what my phone is. My phone on 83%. So I can unplug my phone and now plug up my iPad. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I was gonna do right there. You know what I'm saying? Once again, y'all are rocking with your boy Slim Jim Longfoot, aka the GOAT King of America, in the building. We got Johnny Quest Gaming, who is co-host of the Nerd Strip Club, our podcast channel that we have here on YouTube, and he is also the co-founder of UGI Studios. He is currently working on his epic graphic novel, Savage Space Toast. You are watching him work on a page from that upcoming book right here. So most definitely, sweet juicy after Leisure Life in the building. Say SJ, you stay busy. Hey Johnny Quest, hey now.
What up?
But I know this YouTube content creator life. I'm up. You up editing right now? Hey, you already know what it is. So yeah, while you editing, feel free to keep us in your background. You know what I'm saying? Make it do what it do right there. You dig? Brandon the Palm Beach said my brother bought every DVD David Allen Greer ever thought that was funny. Hey, that one I'm talking about. Yeah, you already know. I knew what you meant. Editing, you already know. SJ Connection in the building. Shout out to everybody in here. If y'all haven't shared your boy out yet, share your boy out. Let all your peoples know, you know what I'm saying, that they can see this most amazing artist, this most amazing creator work on a page right here. You know what I'm saying, on this most awesome page right here. Brandon the Palm Beach said, Slim, what device are you using now? Are you using your laptop? Yeah, I am on my laptop. Eyes on my laptop right now as we are up here creating, you know what I'm saying, Johnny Quest Gaming is creating. I'm just narrating the scene, you know what I'm saying. We out here cleaning the comic scene, making it do what it do and does what it does. Or YouTube, we need overtime, graveyard, holiday pay. You understand me? Yeah, you feel me? That part, I understand you. Hold on for me. Let me throw my emojis up in the building, because you know what I'm saying. Like that's for real right there. That's for real. Speaking of, let me share this out again on some others.
All right, I think that's gonna be it for me tonight, y'all. I got work in the morning, but hold on, let me drop one more shadow in here. So I thank y'all for rocking with me while I drew it.
Hey, look at the progression, y'all. If y'all was up in here seeing where it was at from the beginning, you know what I'm saying? This thing was up here popping. You feel me? This thing was up here popping. JQ, nice, you dig? Brandon the Palm Beach said YouTube did an amazing job. This is awesome, even awesome. I hear the story that you guys grew up together. Most definitely, man. Most definitely. Brandon said, "Hi, SJ, talking about Sweet Juicy." Yeah, show it to him. Yeah, zoom in close up on him, y'all. Zoom in close up on him, bro. Let them see how it's popping. Yeah. Come on in. Yeah, that mother looking clean, and yo, it's not even done yet, y'all. But y'all are seeing what percentage we would put this at? Probably at what, about 90%?
Heck no, brother. It's at 75% because I still got to put the images on the glass.
Oh yeah, duh. Yeah, still got a ways to go. Still got a ways to
But
go.
I mean, at least I got him done. You know, his layer is done. Now I was thinking like maybe I would copy this page and then put the other layers on the top of the page so I can have this like flattened and not have to worry about it. So I won't have so many layers, but I don't know. It's oh crap. I got glass I gotta finish coloring. But yeah, this is almost completely rendered. So that's what we got so far, y'all.
Trust me, I know how you feel about no layers because I got so many layers on that last page I just did, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, dang, like I know I'm gonna have to make another if not try to do the next page on that same thing, or I'm gonna have to make another file, another file to do that. Because
I mean, and the crazy part is it's not like it's a whole bunch of layers. It's only 16 because if this was me doing this back in the day on what's the name, I probably had like 30, 40 layers, but it's just
I know, right? And see that's the beautiful thing, how we know how to break that thing on down now, you feel me? And that's what the beautiful thing about that is. Do you plan on coloring the glass lines, or are you gonna keep them black, or are you gonna change them another color?
I might do it in places. I like the fact that the black lines
yeah, they do give it weight. So I like that.
Kind of brings them out.
Right. Brandon of Palm Beach, he said, "You're up late. I am too, guy. I gotta get to sleep sleep going to Fort Lauderdale tomorrow. Hey, for a food show. You have a wonderful night, brother. You too, Brandon. You stay blessed up, man, and be safe on your travels, man. Most definitely." He said, "Thank you for showing us Wyberg technique. Talking about his technique. Most definitely. I see him drawing a face. He's drawing a face up in there. Who is drawing? Oh, he's drawing. Dang. I'm just playing. He ain't drawing. Dang. He drawing somebody, though. He drawing somebody. Who is it?
I'm just gonna leave it at that right
now. I already know who it is. Never mind.
I know you know who it is.
Yeah, I know who that is. Hey, I do believe, this is going to be the first book showcasing you draw him. Because other than what
he's on the page. He's on the page, but that ain't.
You got him on the t-shirt. Yeah, I just remember you got him on the t-shirt. He's on the t-shirt in the book already, as well as the drawing that you did in issue number 2 that Dave inked. That's in the back of the book. Brandon the Palm Beach asked, "How long does it take for you to create one panel of a comic?" Whew, it varies. It varies basically on what's all going on the panel. Like for instance, this is a full splash page right here that Johnny Quest Game is working on, and the art was already done. When we started the live, so he was in the coloring process when we started the live, and so we've been on for nearly 2 hours now. So if you include the drawing process, I guess in all it will probably be. It probably would have been equaling what we've seen on the live here and what he did, on his own time, working on the page, doing the art on the page. It was probably about 3 hours at the most. Like I say, it all varies on, what what you're doing as far as like what you're doing, and you know what levels you're doing it. Like when you say to do one panel of a comic, if you're just talking about the penciling of it, it probably won't take no more than hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to do all the penciling of. Well, as far as now, you talking about one panel. You talking about one panel of a comic, that wouldn't take long at all. But once again, it depends on what's on it. So, like I say, it varies on
This
what's
took the original work on this took me like what 4 hours.
word. So
So
that part on that tip. Brandon Palm Beach said, "Nice job, and yeah, you guys are like onions, lots of layers, like Shrek say. You dig? Yeah, most definitely. You know, I will give that much about onions having lots of layers, but me and onions, if you know, you know. When it comes to me and onions."
this guy.
Brandon the Palm Beach said, "That's awesome, but how long does it take for you guys to write an entire comic from start to finish around?" That really actually doesn't take long at all. Like it depends on it really depends on, you know, as far as like you know, the summary of a book. Like if you know what's going to happen in the book, you know, you already have like your layout. Like for instance, in issue 2, this and that gonna happen, and so then you go from there to create, you know, the scenes, you know what I'm saying, and that's something that you got to create, you know. I mean, it's all coming from the top of your head. So if you already got the story and this deck and the third, how it's gonna go down, like what's gonna go down on each page, what panel, this deck and the third, you know, writing a story is going, it ain't gonna take no more than, if you like, let's say if you off a day, if you got a story that you're writing, it probably take you, you might be able to finish that story in that day. You might be able to finish that story in that day, probably like, you know, if you got a good, let's say you had like 5 hours to be able to do nothing except just write your story, you know what I'm saying, you could finish it in that time. You could finish it in that time. Brandon of Palm Beach said, "This is so cool. This is so cool. I love it. This is so cool. I love it. Thank you. This is so cool. I love it. Thank you. This is so cool. I love it. Thank you. This is so cool. I love it. Thank you for sharing." You're so welcome, Brandon of Palm Beach. Most definitely, man. Appreciate you for being here, man. Appreciate you for being here and getting a chance, you know what I'm saying, to pick our brains, you know what I'm saying. You get a chance to pick the brains of, you know what I'm saying, comic book artists, which is something that, you know, like you know, we was able to see in a sense growing up when we were reading, you know, books like Wizard, you know what I'm saying, seeing books like that and seeing, you know, our favorite comic book artists and writers growing up, you know, them talking about, you know, this, deck, and the third, you know, like the new projects that were coming out, you know what I'm saying, as far as comic books go, and what they were doing, this, deck, and the third. Those were the cool things that we was able to see, you know, you know, in Wizard, you know, in Wizard, or any other books, magazines that we read, previews or whoever. And so you know, of course, as we got older, you know, thanks to YouTube University having access to seeing, you know, amazing our legendary artists draw, like being able to look at videos of watching Jim Lee draw, you know, seeing how he break down, you know what I'm saying, his character designs, his pencils, and you know,
Yeah,
those are the things that, you
this
know,
dude told me this method right here for drawing bodies, and it makes it like so easy. Like you can pretty much draw anything you want to if you remember that whole ant thing that he draws, the ant thing.
right. And that's the crazy part right there. Like, you know, that's, you know, that comes from, you know, that comes from truly studying, you know what I'm saying, this, deck, and the third. And when you have a way to do it, you know what I'm saying. Hey, Brandon the Pumpy, he said, I have had a friend who was obsessed with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Everything, video games, comics, everything took over his entire life. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. What you need to do is get yourself on a YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't, you know, I mean, you know, I ain't gonna lie. Well, I ain't gonna gatekeep, because she got like she got about 40,000 followers, so she can go ahead and get another one. The Queen G22, who we actually interviewed on the Nerd Strip Club, she is a Ninja Turtle head to her heart. You know what I'm saying? So she loves freaking Donatello. That's her favorite Ninja Turtle. Yeah, she got a whole bunch of Ninja Turtle stuff. Like she got all like if like yeah. I've been took everything in that house, like for real. Like for real, like most definitely. Shout outs to the Queen G22. Like, hey, 22. What Queens y'all come in at 22? Hey, you dig that part. But
I'm
but
just trying to sketch these in real quick, Nervians, before I get out of here.
oh yeah, most definitely, yeah. Yeah, because you want to go ahead and get yourself thought of as far as like what you're gonna put in them, as far as the big pieces of shark glass that you're gonna have going on this deck and the third. And you know what I'm saying? And one cool thing, like you don't even have to, well, when you know what's cool too? You know what's cool too? I just thought about that. Once you got them, like you can either fully sketch them into, fully draw them into the glass if you want to, or you can keep them as sketches because it gives like a, the reality bending type of look, you know what I'm saying? Where you can like keep them as sketches, you know what I'm saying? Or, or something close to sketches, or if you do draw them all the way out, of course you don't have to put the actual colors on them because you can draw them, the same color as the shards of the glass, when you do your shadow works and everything on them instead of fully coloring them out.
I was thinking about that, but I know me. I'm probably gonna end up coloring them and then fading them out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be something like that. But that is a good idea. That is a good idea.
Hey, Brandon said Donatello was the intelligent one. That's who I related with as well. Hey, that part, you know what I'm saying? Because, Donatello, he was the intelligent one. Plus, he had the bow staff, you know what I'm saying? Which means he had that AOE, that area of range. So, you know what I'm saying? He like, hey, y'all ain't going to beat up on me. I got the bow staff. Y'all gonna give me 6 feet. Y'all gonna give me 6 feet. You know what I'm saying? It's the funny thing because I like Dunn, but he wasn't my favorite turtle back in the day. But when it comes to playing in video games, he's definitely my favorite character to play in video games. Most definitely, that AOE, he got that range. He don't even play with it. You feel me? He says midnight my time. It's midnight our time too, man. Gotta go, man. I love the hang, but again, like, hey, go ahead and go, cause you can't feed you after midnight now. It's 11:56 p.m. Y'all most definitely appreciate you sliding through, Brandon. Go ahead and get you some sleep, man, and then have fun on your trip tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. Home for me. Let me mute myself. I'm about to blow my nose. Y'all hold tight.
Thank you for coming by, man. All right, good people. I'm out too, Slim.
All right, bro. Johnny Quest Gaming, y'all. Let them know where they can find you one more again. In case they don't know, he is a member of the 1408. He is also got his own channel. He is also one half of the Nerd Script Club and co-founder of UGI Studios. Let them know where your bees at, man.
You can find me at Johnny Quest Gaming at Yahoo. I mean, on YouTube. You can also find me on Instagram up under the Sketch Boy at IG, as well as Johnny Quest Gaming at Instagram. And that's it. And you can also find me in the Nerd Strip Club. So
that part. And on TikTok, he's on TikTok, Johnny Quest Gaming as well. He's almost at 1K. Last I looked, he almost at 1K. So yeah, let's get on the 1K on that TikTok for those who be ticking and the talking. And you know what I'm saying? And let's get them up over here on this YouTube as well, man. You know what I'm saying? Johnny Quest Gaming in the building. You know what I'm saying? Once again, thank you for being up on here, man. I appreciate you for sharing this piece of your work right here in the making. You know what I'm saying? Up on the channel, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy Slim Jim Longfoot, aka the GOAT, King of America. Shout outs to everybody who was up in here. Let me scroll back up, see how far I can scroll back up. Shout outs to Shy Sarai, All Things, Keaton Nicole, Dolores, Queens Alchemy, Brandon of Palm Beach. Let's see. Still scrolling, y'all. Hold on, still scrolling. Still scrolling. Who was it? I just saw somebody. Dang it, I can't go back up. Estrella Garcia, Naima Bennett, Sweet Juices After Leisure Life. We playing tonight, Dolores. And Brandon says, "Six free, stay back." Hey, that part. Brandon Palm Beach said, "Johnny Quest Gaming, pleasure watching you work. Most definitely, y'all. Once again, appreciate y'all for sliding through. Once again, it's your boy Slim Jim Longfoot, aka the GOAT, King of America. And we are gone, y'all. Stay blessed up, continue to manifest greatness, maintain greatness, and motivate others to be great. We out. One love.
Slim Jim Longfoot, Slim Jim.